It's our celebration, really, of the donors and advocates of the libraries here, but particularly a celebration of the completion refurbishing of the second floor here, the children's wing of the library. And because it is a day of thanks, I'd like to start off by thanking a few individuals and that made this possible. I would like to first off start with the staff up here in the Children's Department, Pat Groff and Mary Ross, and all the other children's library staff. At times it was extremely difficult during the project here, and on the with very little notice at times they would have to literally shift books from one area of the library to another up here, and they did so without once having services interrupted. So testament to the staff here, very much appreciated. Also, I'd like to thank the library board for their support. They've always been supportive here, and we're very lucky to have that support. That's not the case at all public libraries, and so I'd like to extend our appreciation as well to the Friends of the Public Library. I know Linda's here from the Friends group. Your advocacy is amazing. Your volunteer work here is just something that helps supplement our services at the library, particularly children's services. So we're very appreciative. And we're very privileged to have Laura Saylor here as well. She's a renowned artist and author, and the person whose artwork is displayed behind us here. So we're very pleased and thankful that you could come today, Ms. Ehlert. And also Daryl Nitsch, who framed the artwork, and he's also done a lot of work for us throughout the library, so we appreciate that, Daryl. I like to say that public libraries, and one of our mission statement is that public libraries exist to provide services to all. And I think that's an important part of what we do here. I also like to describe public libraries as the great equalizers, because the users transcend any socioeconomic or status. We're all equal here at the library. Public libraries exist to provide services for both the haves and the have-nots, and we strive to do that here. However, there are economic challenges that occur, and like any other organization or entity, we have struggled with that. However, we've been able to, donors and advocates, meet our goals. I harken back to 2007, 2008. We were planning to a very ambitious project to refurbish this building, both first floor and second floor. And we had secured funding for the first floor, and I was staying up at nights trying to think of where the money was going to come from to refurbish this children's wing. It was in dire need of cleanup and sprucing up. And quite frankly, I didn't know where the money was going to come from. As I mentioned, economic situation, we were, although we have great support from the city of West Dallas, there was no way that they could also provide the funding for a refurbishing project that we had in mind. So in December of 2007, I received a call from Kim Heikkinen, and I remember Kim. She had done her field work here. She's a librarian as well, and she had done her field work up here in the children's department in the middle 90s. And she said she had a donation for us, and she'd like to meet. And I thought, that's great. Every donation is so important to us. Every nickel and dime that individuals are willing to give to the library to promote our services is so appreciated. I never expected to receive the donation that Kim brought that day, $150,000, in memory of her mother, Amelia, in order for us to really see our goals for this wing of the library come to fruition. So I can't tell you how appreciative we are and the gratitude we have to Kim and the Heikkinen family in memory of your mother, Amelia. Without that support and donor, we would never have been able to see our goals come true. It is very important what that money meant, not just to us here at the library, but to the city, and I like to say the generations of children who will benefit from that generous donation. There is no words to express except to say thank you.
My mother was an advocate of early childhood learning before there was such a thing. She thought that it was very important to expose children to books and reading right from birth. She would read to me right from the time I was born. She just read everything. And when I was old enough, she started taking me to the library, and we would pick up books and read together. She'd pick up books for me. She let me pick out whatever I wanted to read. And then we would read books together. She read to me before I went to sleep at night. I read to myself. We went to the summer reading club, which was called the Bully Bookworm Club at that time. And that's what helped to make me a lifetime reader. She never had the opportunity to go to university herself, but I think she most likely had the equivalent of a university degree, a liberal arts degree herself, because of all the reading she did. She had a tremendous amount of curiosity about the world, about her, about people, about natural, the natural world, just about everything, and she read voraciously. And then when I became a librarian, she thought that was wonderful, and so did my father, because of the value that they placed on books. She loved to have me pick up books because now I was a professional and really knew how to pick out the great books. And she'd ask me about the books that I picked out and about the children that I helped, and when I would pinch hit in adults, about the adults that I helped. She loved hearing about all that. It was wonderful. And it was really spectacular that she would be so interested. She and my father, they loved hearing about that. They were both so interested in hearing about what I was doing. And I think the new renovations at the library are wonderful. They're absolutely beautiful. I did my field work here when it was a lot different. It was in the mid-90s, and it was very small, and it felt very cramped and dark at that time. This has made it so much more light and beautiful. There's more. It seems as though there's even more room for books. There's more computers, which is extremely important. Especially teaching them how to use them wisely and carefully is so important. Also, I think it's just so open, light, airy. It's really inviting to kids. I think the colors that they chose are beautiful. I think it invites kids. The seating, the toys, and children learn in tactile ways as well as through books and reading to them. It's wonderful. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. And I know that my mother and my dad would be very proud and very happy if they could see this.